Friends, welcome to Fatso Radio, the podcast dedicated to telling you that fat is not the enemy, dietary fat is not the enemy, and if you want to help yourself, maybe look this way. Maybe try the way of eating a high-fat, ketogenic diet, maybe a carnivorous diet. That's what Fatso Radio is all about, folks. And tonight, no different. Tonight, I talked to a lifelong friend of mine, Scott Fitzsimmons. Scott's been on the show a few times already, probably 3 or 4 times already, and it's a recurring guest. I love to have him back on. He motivates me, inspires me, he brings me back to my center, and we always have a lot of fun when we chat. So please put your hands together for Scott Fitzsimmons. Also, don't forget to check out our sponsor, lifelong sponsor, Volpe Martial Arts, volpemartialarts.com. Check it out. My brother, Sifu Adam, brings you his passion, his excitement, his love right to you. 3, 4, 5 times a week, I believe we're there, even 4 times a week. Check it out, volpemartialarts.com. All right, folks, I hope you enjoyed the show. Me and Scottie, like I said, I've known him forever. Show him some love. Lily, take it away.
Fatso, the really good podcast show.
Fatso, our very first podcast show.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, welcome to Fatso Radio, episode number 109. And tonight, I have a recurring guest. Scottie, it's been a while since you've been here, but Scott Fitzsimmons, welcome back, my brother.
Thanks, Carlo. Glad to be here.
Thanks, man. Scott, it's been, I think you were on 3 or 4 times now, but I want to give everybody a little bit of a recap of who you are and kind of your background. For all my listeners and all my viewers, I've known Scottie, I've known you for what, over 20 years, 25 years, early on in high school, we met each other. So you've seen me kind of along my ways, not just from the nutritional dieting and all that stuff, but even just regular life, our jobs, our girlfriends and wives and everything we've had, and just lives ups and downs and our parents and everything. So I really like having you on because you're a really good kind of a mirror to me, and a lot of times, a memory to me of what certain things are. So it's a sanity check for me a lot of times. So guys, please welcome Scott. What's that?
I'm helping you keep your sanity. That's
you are helping me keep my sanity from a distance.
Okay.
But yeah, if you can give everybody kind of a little bit of background, you work in corrections, and then just kind of about the keto and how we got into it.
Yeah, I'm an officer in corrections. We've known each other for a very, very long time. Watched you through the journey, watched you fall flat on your face a few times, but kind of like always knew that you know what, like this he'll try anything. So sooner or later I better pay attention because he's gonna know stuff, after trial and error, here you are. Yeah, good. Yeah. So thank you again for bringing it all to my doorstep too, because man, I feel so much better now, even though we better talk about why I haven't been on for a while. So that's part of it, even thanking you up and down, but that's what I wanted to come back for, is a little bit of accountability, I guess we could say.
Good.
It's time. This pandemic, it's been tough on people and that, and I myself have been giving in, and I'm maintaining the keto. I think people call it dirty keto. That's when your meals are still pretty keto, pretty healthy, pretty good, but you get into it. You get into them freaking snacks and shit. Yeah. Man. I'm brutal for that. And I always was. It was my worst fall down. I could eat good meals, always, but then it was in between where I went nuts. But I think since removing the carbs and everything, let's not say I went. I didn't go anywhere near back to where I was. I'm still under my high school weight that, the doctors say, you should be at your high school weight. Yeah. I've heard that one thrown around before. So I'm still proud that I'm there, but I was doing better, and I should be doing better. So this is where the accountability part comes in. And I want to get back. I want to talk to your listeners, and have some accountability. And then really, like we said before, make that push for 199. Even if that's not my ideal weight where I'm going to stay at, I don't know that it would, but maybe it will. How will I know until I get there, right? Exactly. So I'm hoping at least what it would do is that right now I'm hovering at the 225, far from the 270 or at 280 even maybe. Yeah. When you're depressed at 270, you probably just don't get on the scale. Maybe you're 280. Exactly. So anyways, accountability, and talk to the listeners and let them know, and really make this run for the 199. And then maybe, if I do have to kind of cheat a little bit, fall off the rails, whatever want to call that, then maybe I'll go, I'll rebound to a 215 or something like that. I'm thinking, I don't know if that's a good strategy. What do you think about that?
I think, first of all, I think that it's a good idea to have like some kind of a goal, whether, I mean, it's a maintainable goal or whether it's something for a long term, but it's good to challenge ourselves, right? Because exactly like you said, who knows if we're going to go, or who knows how well we can do, or how, what level we can actually push ourselves to. But the other thing too is, like you said, even though you've kind of fallen off the wagon or you've cheated, or your baseline is different now, right? So that's another thing that comes from with perspective. Like, you didn't go back to eating completely like you did before, right? And no, not only did you not do that, you also didn't gain all this weight. So there's something about, even though your body has changed, and even though you may have fallen off kind of a plan, I think you've changed your body. Can you speak to that? Like, your body is just healthier now, right? Is more flexible. Can you speak to that?
It must be. It has to be. I feel better. I feel better about myself, happier in general, but gotten back to a couple of things that were kind of a little bit alarming to me. I mean, it's winter, Northern Ontario. I'm feeling it a little bit. There's a pandemic on. I'm maybe not as happy as I could be. I think that's what really, when it comes down to all of this, it's about kind of living in the moment, being happy and content in your life, and that makes a good life, right? That's what we're after, I think. Not just being skinny and that's it. It's about being healthy and being happy. So I think I could do a little bit better. So that's where I'm at. Like, I'm not, like, I didn't go wild, but here's 10 pounds back on. I don't know if I just keep going on this path, another maybe a couple pounds next year, the year after that, just like it did before. And before you know it, 10 years goes by, I'm 55 years old or 60 or whatever, and I'm really overweight again. We don't want that to happen. That's what I'm trying to avoid. I know you too. Like, the number 40 was approaching. Now we're past it, and we want to stay lean. Because that's what I believe is one of the biggest indicators of poor health, is having extra body weight.
For sure.
I know people are in this whole world now of we can't fat shame and things like that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that at all, because I was fat, so I can say it. You know what I mean? Like, here it is. I can say it because I was. And I was obese, and now I'm not. And you can't just go out there and tell people that you can't fat shame, talk that way. Like, it's terrible to talk about it. Like, having extra body weight is an indicator of poor health. Bottom line. Sorry if you don't like that, but that's what the indicator should be. You should look at yourself in the mirror and say, I'm getting a bit unhealthy, and that's gonna be taxing on my body. This extra body weight that I'm not designed to carry is going to be taxing. So I don't know. So that's kind of the bottom line. Put my foot down. That's it. That's my stance. That's my stance. I don't think we should carry extra body weight.
I'm good, and I'm happy. I'm happy that you and me, honestly, people like us. That's why I say I feel like we kind of have a hack here. We have some information that can help us now, right? And now it's kind of up to us, right? I really do feel bad for people that are trying, and they're trying the wrong path, right? They're doing something that's not working for them, and they're trying, but they're also resistant to this other path, like what we're doing or other people are doing, because they've been told, what have you, or that you can do. You can keep your pounds off by still eat all these treats, and quite frankly, you just can't. You're not going to keep your sanity with it.
No.
So I don't know. I feel like, or I guess my question is like, what? I mean, it's the same thing that makes us fall off is the same thing that makes us fall off, right? Life happens, holidays happen, just big moments in our life, right? Is that kind of just a regular thing, right? Seasonal stuff. This pandemic has definitely been hard on, me, you, everybody, right? It's interesting to see, though, because people do go towards the junk food. People do go towards the comfort food that we think is comfort food. And I'm trying to think of how can we fight it? How can we fight it? And I guess just getting the word out, right? That we do feel better when we eat better. We really do feel better. But I feel like it's just a matter of getting enough of us on board, and we won't fall off the boat.
So I give this a lot of thought, this pandemic and what it's done. The media has really controlled the population here, and I mean, I guess the government is utilizing it, and they need us to do right now to keep us safe what they're doing, if we believe what they're saying, right? So but what I don't understand is, because they know that how well this media thing here worked on the population, why they don't include one more thing. Can I give you an example? I really want to give you an example here, okay? Please. So I'm going to put the mask on, and show you that, like, I really don't like this. I don't think this is the best approach or whatever, but I don't want to get right into that because I don't want to speak out against it too much. But here, you got this kind of, I'm a skeptical guy, right? I don't believe everything. I just, that's my nature. It's my job. I question things. Okay.
Yeah.
So here you got me, Scott. I'm a pretty skeptical guy. Scott Fitzsimmons is a skeptical guy. You got me going to the store like this, right? Okay. This is weird. This is really weird. Really weird. You got me going to the store like this. Okay, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. But
I know.
I don't understand why. I'll just take this off. This is silly. I don't understand why when you're telling us to wear masks, we're doing it. Socially distance, we're doing it. Stand outside, wait in a line to get your food, we're doing it, okay? Why don't you say one more thing?
Yeah.
Learn how to cook a meal. Be healthy, get healthy too.
Well, there's no money in that.
They told us early on that this was going to go on 18 months, and I thought, oh my God, economic collapse if we go this long.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how we're still here, and it kind of looks mostly the same. Everything's waiting to open back up again. Okay, so all right, we made it longer than I thought. But okay, in the meantime, why didn't you tell us to get healthy? Look at, you got us in the masks. You could have got us healthy by now too if you wanted to. So I think it's an abuse of power. Yeah. It's they're purposely neglecting it. It tells me that big pharma is in control of most of this thing.
Well, exactly. It makes me question: do they want to get us healthy?
Yeah, because they told us very, very specifically that it's after the vulnerable. It's after the people, the elderly, and the people that are already kind of sick. But how many people out there are sick because they just don't eat very good?
Yeah.
And if you ate better, that's a lot, man. And this thing could look way different right now. But then maybe people might get it in their heads and start to realize that they don't need that pill.
Yeah.
And then guess who's threatened by that? And I think they've thought a few steps ahead here, you know?
Yeah.
We've inched our way into this, and they thought a few steps ahead, and they're making sure. And look at big business flourishing right now.
Yeah.
The big ones, oh my God, they're rich and they can hire their own armies now after this. I mean, we're getting a little bit conspiracy, but come on, we got to start thinking a few steps ahead. Look at the things in our history that have affected us, that have changed and turned our world, their world upside down. And we got to make sure that somebody's not hijacking this thing to do that. Yeah, it's like, I'm glad we're getting into it. So health, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
very first thing right off the bat, like ketogenic diet helped me get really healthy.
Yeah.
Helped me shed that extra body weight. I feel way better. I'm happier. I think clearer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, Scott, I think
let's get back at it.
I think especially with COVID and all this stuff too, right? Like it's a perfect time, like you said, to say why, it's a perfect time to say, let's fix our diet. There's scores of people like you and I, right? There's hundreds of thousands of people, literally hundreds of thousands, millions of people on Facebook that have lost hundreds of pounds, not just the weight, but have fixed their health and feel a lot better. And yeah, the government can, but the government's never really been on top of the trends, right? They're never going to,
Yeah, or have they been? There's a lot of trends too. You want to talk about a silly trend? I've been thinking about this one. I want to give you I want to give you a fun trend that I've thought of, or a fun idea that I've thought of that would really help combat all this too. It's a trend that we all fall into. We all make our nice front lawn nicely manicured, our lawns, front and back.
Yeah. Okay.
And why do we do that? It's a trend because our neighbor has a nice manicured lawn. So we feel like shit if we don't have a nice manicured lawn. Well, my friend, gardens are beautiful. Why don't we use that space and that soil to grow ourselves some vegetables to eat?
Yeah.
100%. And then what? And what if everybody did that? What if my neighbor said, "Oh, geez, that is more beautiful than my lawn, and it gives me food. I'm going to do that." You know what I mean? Because how much time do I spend and money dumping fertilizer on there and all the things, or maybe even hiring people to care for my lawn? Yeah. Okay, if I put that much effort into growing my own garden, it's more beautiful. Yeah. And it produces for me. Yep. And then what? And then what happens out there in the world? Things change. So these people that are in control, they're not telling us to do these things either. You could grow your own garden and it would have passed the time. This pandemic would probably feel like nothing. A year and a half will go by and you'd have beautiful vegetables and you wouldn't have to go to the grocery store and get all their crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think that we've somehow, somewhere along the way, I think we were convinced that consumerism is the goal. That's the American dream. I think that we were told that, or subconsciously we somehow believe that, when in reality, it's like we get to a certain point in your life, everybody has the same idea. You just want to take care of your family, you want to feed your kids, and you want to be a happy life. And that's it, right? But before that point, or if you don't feel that way, oftentimes you just like more and more consumption, right? What can I get? The next gadget. And you could still want the next gadget, but once you start realizing that your family is most important and your health is even most important too than anything, because if you can't take care of your health, you can't take care of your family. And I feel like everybody gets to a point where they do have to take care of their health, right? So like you took care of your health, you started to change things, you lost a lot of weight. Now you know what it's like, right? It's like you're outside of the eye of the storm, kind of looking in again. And what do you think about the whole COVID thing? Like, I think that if we would have said right away during COVID, during the lockdowns, hey guys, get healthier, get outside, get walking, get whatever. Yes, that would have helped everything. But at the same time, I'm like, are we going to expect that from a government that has led us down this path anyway?
No, I guess you can't expect it. I would have liked it.
Yeah.
And it would have helped. It would have helped a lot. Yeah. You know, as much as putting a mask on. Oh, you know, I know that's really easy, but they thought that, but they should be seeing by now. Maybe they thought we wouldn't just go that far. It's easy to say, put the mask on. Here, you just go like this and put it on. You know, as opposed to, you know, learning.
Well, I think they treat us like idiots.
Learning how to make your own food and learning how to. Yeah, so it was just easier to say put a mask on, but say put the mask on, say all that, and then say get healthy and look for ways to get healthy. Yeah. You know, like I don't know, like that's the thing is like everybody's yelling about an epidemic of drug abuse right now. That it's worse than it was in the 80s when they used to show commercials of the guy cracking the egg in the frying pan, saying this is your brain on drugs. Where'd that fucking commercial go? You know what I mean? Like it's not on there anymore, and it should be now. If this is an epidemic or an opiate crisis, where is that? Where is that? Because they know they can tell us, shut up and put the mask on. Don't ask too many questions, and we'll do it. So then just tell us not to do drugs, and tell us not to, or to get out and be healthy. The participation videos, remember those ones? Yeah. Remember those guys? The guy with the mustache, great, running around and being healthy, and that's propaganda. It's the same thing as putting the mask on. It's the same thing. Yeah. Driving it in people's heads to be healthy and get active and get out. And they're just, no, it's watch TV and stay at home. Everything they used to kind of say, no, don't do that. Don't do it a little bit, but don't do it too much. Yeah. You know, and they're just saying now they're just get in your basement and wallow in what they used to say, not too much of.
Well, yeah. I mean, the president ran an election basically out of his basement. I think he had like 2 appearances and then he got elected. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. But yeah, like, and that's the thing too. I mean, the government, I mean, it's a mixed bag, right? Oftentimes the government never gives us good advice, right? And then the other times you say,
didn't on diet.
No, they didn't on diet, and we listen, right? So it's a perfect example. The Canada Food Guide and the American Food Guide and all this stuff say, eat all your grains, eat all your fruits, eat all your vegetables, all this stuff. Meanwhile,
we did that.
Demonizing fat, demonizing cholesterol, demonizing meat, basically demonizing my whole diet, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Upside down, I should be dead.
Yeah. According to them, heart attack.
A heart, cancer, everything. I should be dead, right?
Sorry, yeah. Diabetes,
heart disease, cancer, every sort of ailment that you hear about people.
Have a drinky poo? When we're on the clock? Yeah, when we're on the clock. What if I have to go to the bathroom? You want me for like 2-3 hours? What am I gonna do? You gonna come with me? You can come with me, I guess, if you want to.
We don't stop for no red lights, buddy.
Yeah, we don't break for nobody. No.
Yeah, I'm slumming it. I got soda water here. What do you got? Bubbly?
Yeah, same thing. I don't want to do drugs or drink too much on camera. I did it off camera, then I came on just to get in the fucking zone, man.
But look what they said. They said don't do drugs. They had the message wrong. They said eat healthy. They had the message wrong. Now they're saying protect yourself against the virus. They probably have their message wrong again. It's like, right? The best thing, from what I've researched, from what I've seen, from what I've heard, the best thing for your health, your immune system is a lot of sunlight, a healthy blood sugar level, a healthy body weight, right? Circumference, waistline.
Yeah.
Not the same things that they're supposed to keep you healthy for a long time are going to keep you healthy today.
Yeah. You know, those numbers they show are alarming. Thank you. They are alarming, the COVID numbers. Yes.
Terrifying.
You put all the black up on the screen and the red and all this stuff, and it looks a lot like stuff I used to see in the history books a little bit too, that I'm thinking of, the black and the red, the Axis and the Allies, and here they come. Okay, so anyways, but it's kind of looking like that. We're in war. We're fighting this COVID. Okay, sure. We're good. Yeah. All right. But just, I think you should have told us to get healthy too. That would have helped you. I would have helped you, but maybe it wouldn't have helped these big boys that keep you under control a little bit too.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, they got them, obviously. The
Yeah.
big business, they got them, big pharma, big sugar, Amazon, Walmart. Like, I just like, I don't know. Are they going to get us, Carlo, if we talk out about them?
They can try.
You know?
They can try.
I guess. Yeah, like, I don't know, Google around. How many people are catching COVID in Walmart? Not going to find too much publicity on that.
No.
But it's so contagious.
Yeah.
It's very contagious. Why? Like, why has nobody caught it there?
Costco. It's packed.
Only, yeah, but only at house parties. Bad young people.
And
Bad. They're bad.
Baptisms and in religion ceremonies.
Yeah, that's a bit alarming, man. Looks like you're after something here. Start answering questions. Like, be a little bit more transparent now, because we're all getting a bit smarter.
Well, yeah. But what do you think, though? People are pushing back. Like, it's in our nature to push back anyway. Sometimes I think that half of us don't listen anyway, right? Maybe that's why the numbers aren't as bad as they are. I'm afraid to see what would happen if we actually did listen to everything they're saying. I think we're wising up a bit, no?
I guess, yeah. Yeah, we're wisening up a little bit. It seems like there's gaining some traction. The resistance is gaining some traction, which is good. Because, well, I still want to believe that we're doing the right thing here.
Yeah.
You know, but we always need checks and balances. You know, we need a little bit of left and a little bit of right, or you know, but I guess balance isn't always the best thing either. I'm not sure about that, but anyways, I always think it's so you don't go too far extreme.
Yeah.
You know, and I think we're leaving ourselves very dangerously open to leftist extremism.
Yeah.
At the moment here. And I mean, that quickly, I think very quickly, if you don't watch, could stream into right extremism, just as equally as easy.
Yeah.
Right. So I think we got to be very careful. I wish they would have checked those votes no matter what.
Yeah.
I really wish they would have done that. I whether the guy's a liar or not, I think they should have just done it to prove it. Like, they've been spending so much money right now. Yeah. Just prove it that he's a big fat liar and get him out of there then. Well, you didn't do that, and then he got acquitted again, this impeachment trial. You're not making yourselves look any better here, left people, the Democrats in the States. We don't live under their policies either, so I'm not sure exactly what it'd be like to be American. I've gone and checked it out, but no, you never live there.
Yeah.
So it's hard to say. I don't know which side I would be on if I lived over there. I'm thinking I know, but we won't get too far into that.
Yeah, no, I think the thing that's changed as well is that what I thought was more traditional left, where I thought I was more traditionally a liberal type of person.
Yeah,
the left is changing, right? So it's making me confused. So.
Yeah, it's scaring you.
Yeah.
Because maybe it's going a little too far. Yeah, I don't think some liberal ideas, like in where I work in corrections, I think they need to get a little more programming. I think they shouldn't leave people without any skills and send them back on the streets. I don't think that's a good approach anymore. Maybe when a few years ago, you know, like I would have thought a little bit more along the lines of tough on crime, you know, but I've seen it not work. I've seen it fail over and over again. So tough on crime, yeah, but also giving skills and stuff, yeah.
And which crimes matters too, right?
Yeah. Because this government here, geez, they have way so much more money than I ever thought, or access to, anyways.
Yeah.
Than I ever thought. Like I used to just think, oh well, I'm not really entitled to any raise. I got to take one for the team here, you know. So that's the way I thought. It's like, oh no, maybe they should have been paying me a lot for the job that I do for them, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. So yeah. We got to bring this all back into diet somehow too, more so than anything.
Yeah, let's do it.
That's
so
that's what we're here for. We're here to help.
We are. What? So let me ask you, what's one of the things that gets you back on? Maybe we can get that to kind of get.
I get mad. I get mad at sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know.
What physically though? What physically do you feel different? Do you ever feel?
Exactly what comes up. Yeah, I pee in the night. I get up peeing in the night.
Okay.
So that's one thing, and that's kind of a sign of more peeing is a sign of leaning in the direction of insulin resistance. I don't want to get there again. And I had like 3 or 4 of them before. The belly fat, you know.
Yeah.
That's one.
Okay.
And there's a few others. The peeing in the night or peeing more often was one of them. Feeling lethargic after meals. those types of things when I don't want to eat ketogenic, when I eat clean, I never feel lethargic.
Yeah.
I never have to have a nap. I can run on less sleep. Like I think I average when I'm burning more sugar, maybe I need that good 7 to 8 hours sleep where I can do a few days in a row on 5 hours sleep when I'm doing keto good.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to recommend an active 5 hours sleep for anybody either, but if you have to, we all have to. We're busy and we work and we got lives and we have to burn the candles at both ends sometimes. So I find that's a good telltale sign of whether your body's doing well. If you can push it a little further, right?
Yeah.
If you can run a little faster, if you can go a little less without sleep, Yeah. I think we're designed to have some stress like that on our systems. Mm-hmm. That's why we get into a lot of these feelings of anxieties because we're too sedentary. Things are too easy for us. I was just thinking about this, I was having a shower. I think well in the shower. That's when they come to me sometimes. I don't know if it's a blood flow or whatever, just there's no distraction in there, right? There's no bone, no nothing. So yeah, I was thinking like if the world was tough like it used to be, you had to hunt and gather and all that kind of stuff, there wouldn't be, what is the population of the earth again? Do you know it off the top of your head? We need a Jamie, eh? 7 billion. Yeah. Well, it wouldn't be a billion. Wouldn't even be a billion if it was tough like it used to be. We had to make a fucking fire and cook food and stuff like that. No. You'd all just die because that would be easier. You wouldn't come out in the bush. They never shot an animal. You're going to throw stones at people that shoot animals and eat them. You're being not nice. Well, I don't think that tree wants to die any more than anything else. It'll grow around other trees. It'll shoot for that sunlight. That tree wants to live like that partridge wants to live, or that bear wants to live, that we shoot up here in the north and we eat them, So, there's enough of them. You don't care about these trees that we cut down like crazy. Well, you pretend you do, but your house is made of wood, a lot of damn wood. You know how much what that would look like? Your house, the amount of wood that's in your house, what that would look like in a forest. Put a hole in it, and you'd be like, oh, why'd somebody do this? Well, that's your house, dumbass. Now you think you're unscathed, People are crazy. I'm going nuts right now, eh, Carlo?
Oh, it's good, man. It's good. The perfect segue to the whole fake meat thing, because people.
I told myself I'd be more natural, more like Scottie when I come on here, not this stiff neck that's going to be like, no, you want to get in my head. You want to hear what I want to think about? What I'm talking about? Let's do it.
Well, it's the same thing with the fake meat people, right? A lot of people are trying to become vegan or vegetarian because they think that's going to save the planet. It's not.
Yeah,
it's not going to save the planet.
God bless you.
I have farmers. I have people on that explain it to me. How can more chemicals? How can fake food be natural? It's not.
Yeah, I don't want to throw stones too much. Like they're starting an elimination diet too, So dabble. You did it a bit too yourself, right?
Well, sure, but there's a different way to do it, right? I mean, my idea of a good vegetarian or vegan diet would be take out all the processed foods like any good diet should, right? And try and survive off of just vegetables. You're not going to do it.
Can you hear my cat meowing?
No.
No, she's not driving you nuts. I can hear.
I can't.
She got put down here, but it was a bad idea. 1 sec. You guys got to come with me. You want to see her? I got to let her go. Yeah. There she is. Maybe you just got to go for a little nap. She's mouthy. Anyway, this is crazy.
Okay. I can't even hear her. Don't worry about it.
Oh, no? No? Okay. Maybe she'll go to sleep over there. Sorry. She's distracting me, though. I was on a roll.
Keto, making you anxious.
Yeah. We feed her good. We feed her a very keto diet, too. No, not keto. Carnivore.
Should be carnivore, yeah. What were we talking about? She's all distracted here.
Now she's looking at me. Giving me a hard time. What were we talking about?
Drugs?
No. I'm trying to get my assistant to deal with.
It's okay. I can't even hear her.
Can you Google a couple of things for us, maybe? Anyways, no. Okay, so that's interesting.
That's good. Well, it's a family show. So
it's a family show. The whole family's involved. Yeah. Did you hear that? Yeah, I'm in trouble now.
All right.
I'll wear that one later. Okay. Anywho.
Where were we?
I don't know. Maybe we should just talk about something else.
Like what? Like the football game? Like what are you talking about? This is it.
Yeah, I know. Okay. What else? There's nothing else.
Okay, so let me tell you.
What have you been doing lately?
What have I been doing?
Watching TV like me.
Working.
Yeah. Anyways.
Okay, so let me ask you.
Okay.
You say you need to get back on track, right? Makes you feel better, of course. But talk about the mental health side of it, right? When you're not on track, what does it do to your mental health?
when I'm not on track, no, yeah, I just feel slightly more anxious. And sometimes I rant and rave a little bit, you know what I mean? Like I'm doing right now.
Okay.
So that's when I'm not on track. I'm just not in in the moment feeling where I like to be, like a warm and fuzzy center of happiness, like fuzzy little bunnies hopping around like that.
Okay.
That's how I like to be.
So how are you going to do it? Let's tell people how you're going to do it, because they're going to say, okay, guys, enough of this
First thing,
bullshit.
diet. I'm going to do that. Diet number one. Boom.
Okay.
Keto. Hardcore.
Good.
Getting the junk out of the house again.
Good.
And getting liver and eggs and bacon and that kind of stuff, and some veg.
Good.
And some berries, and have that stuff on hand again.
Good.
And more so, I did, but just mostly getting the snacks out of the cupboard.
Yeah.
And I got a couple family members on board here too, a little bit better.
How is your support structure?
Yeah, very good. She's no more strict than I am.
Oh, good. So it's your problem.
Yeah, it's my problem. Yeah, I'm the dumbass. But we kind of had some. I don't know. You know, if you like something, people are gonna. She was doing more of the grocery shopping, so I used to be all in control, all that stuff. So buy what I want to buy, and now if it's there, I don't know. I just kind of go for it. So I think we got a bit of an understanding. She can just like totally doesn't even that junk food. Like, I don't know how she can be so strict, but she's in one of these light bulb moments there. You know how we talk about the light bulb goes on and you're like, I don't need this stuff in my life at all. And I'm not hungry anymore. And now I'm going to make it to $1.99. You know what I mean? That's, when you're in that zone, she's there. I don't know how she's done it during this pandemic, but I don't know. I'm trying to take a page out of her playbook, but try and, tailor make it for me too. Like, I'm a different person than her. So I have to do that for me too. Yeah. Second thing I've been a few weeks. I took all social media off my phone, like the Facebook, Instagram. Bye-bye. Yeah, you give me anxiety. Too many dumb people saying dumb things on there. So I got to be a little bit of cancel culture myself and cancel them. Sorry. Okay. I'm turning it off for a while. I got to go back to it.
Well, that's not even cancel. That's just
things on there that I like. There's things on there that I like, but I do feel better because I noticed in the summer with, I've told you guys I like to get on the outdoors and camp and stuff like that. So I'm right out of cell service. I go remote places, right? My trailer. That's awesome. Right out of cell service, right out of every type of service there is. Yeah. Okay. And I'm just in the bush, myself. There's no distraction. And the family, we go fishing and we, sometimes we completely turn the phones off. We might just use their cameras. Nice. Maybe play a little music if we feel like starting the generators and listening, charging the phone up and stuff. Take pictures and maybe listen to a little bit of music out there. Wow. So yeah, we like to make it comfortable for ourselves out there. Don't get me wrong. I'm not some crazy bushwhacker. Yeah, I watch TV out there too. Yeah. But when I want to, and it's very, very minimized. On rainy days and stuff like that for a few hours. Nice. And then I feel better. I feel way better. Yeah. And it comes on almost instantly as soon as I get closer to nature. That's a second. I got to get up into nature more. I gotta go. Yeah. So I live so close to it. I live 20 minutes away from some of the most pristine wilderness on this planet. So might as well get into it. Lake Superior is a beautiful place. And when you're beside it, oh yeah. If you're spiritual at all, you feel it. You feel wonderful when you're beside it. Yeah. That's awesome. So also, get up there and get into that. Too. Yeah. Yeah. Also, Scott, I wanted to talk about this time of the year as well as typically people are making sausages. I wanted to ask you about that. Are you making it? Oh yeah. Yeah, I did. Yeah. You want me? I could take you over there and we could look at it. Some is still hanging out. Yeah. Let's do it. Yeah. Take it for a little tour. Because I know typically in the winter, right? What's up? Typically. Yeah, I made it early too because I was in a panic and I just didn't know how locked down we were going to be this time. So I actually made it the week of Christmas, and Colin and I made this stuff. Just him and I. Nice. Yeah, so it's 100% Fitzsimmons made. I'm going to turn the camera on and we'll go for a walk, I guess. So. Yeah, sweet. Okay. Well, there we go. I gotta figure these things out. That's awesome. That didn't do it, eh? Here we go. Have we turned around? No. No, not yet. Turned it off. It's the worst. I can still see. You see me? Yeah. I'll just turn it around then. I don't want to figure it out. That's good. Looking for bad footage. Anyways, there they are. Oh man. That's about half of them. I got some of them in the fridge already. Beautiful. But they're coming along. Wow. So you and Colin, eh? Yeah, me and Colin, 100%. Just the two of us, father and son. First time we did it.
That's so
Yeah,
cool.
he's 10, and he turned the crank, and I did the stuffing and most of it. He liked mixing and stuff too, getting his hands right in there, getting dirty. That was big piles of pork meat. We did Colin and I, and we made it for everybody else too, right? Because of the lockdown, we didn't want to have others in the house.
Yeah.
So we made it for everybody else too.
Oh wow.
So Colin and I spit out like, I don't know, 300 pounds of sausage for everybody. Yeah. And just like, I mean, it's a good pastime. I love it. I can't make any more now though. Don't ask me to make any more. Oh my God. Oh my God. Next year. I need the rest of this year off.
I want to come up there one of these days and help you make
it. Yeah, for sure. We'll make some together. It'd be cool. Just, make it really authentic. Have a little Volpe touch in there too. Yeah. It'd be good. Nice. I'd love to. Yeah, for sure.
That's cool. So when you make it, how long does it take to now when you're curing it now, basically hanging it? How long does it hang for?
Some of it's only been 8 weeks. I don't know how it's drying up that well. I don't know. I was trying to push it along to 12 weeks this year. It makes it a little bit different texture, as you would probably know. I was going for the deli kind of texture and stuff like that, to slice it thin and then you could put it on bread. That was what I was going for the longest time. But since I quit bread, I noticed that it looks nicer on a charcuterie board by itself, with some cheese and olives and stuff like that, if you let it dry a little bit longer. Yeah. So then it gets that deep red and then harder center through it, right? So it's that's what I'm going for this time.
Makes me hungry.
I'm a connoisseur now, buddy.
Yeah. You've been making it for years now, right?
Yeah, like no, I think it's like 12 or 13 now.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So yeah, we've been at it. Yeah.
That's good. And then what else do you make wine as well? No, you guys don't do wine.
No, I don't drink like I used to. So don't need to. No need for that. No.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
And what are you making? Basically, just what do you call those, salamis, supersatas, or whatever those just sausage?
Yeah, I guess you call them more like a supersata, the bigger ones, and I make a smaller one. It's like a dried sausage side. That's just a smaller casing.
So anywhere from 8 to 12 weeks, basically, what you're finding?
I would say 8 to 12 weeks to wait for it to cure. Yeah, it takes about a day to get it all prepared and stuffed, and then hang it up in the cold room, and then you just kind of wait, and they're like, to me, they're like plants. You gotta go in there often, kind of talk to them like they're my babies, and take care of them and make sure that they're squishing down the way I want them to, and and that and I'm testing them and seeing that they're at that that texture that I want. It's by feel, just by squeezing them.
How did you find your recipe? Have you just kind of worked out over the years?
Well, we had some friends that showed us how to do it. I had to find somebody where this recipe came from, very like an old Italian recipe that has been passed down basically for years, right? Yeah. And if you were in town, I'm sure you would have been the man, but you weren't living here at the time. So these guys showed us, and then we went out on our own after that, and we had some struggles in the beginning, man. We bit off more than we could chew sometimes because we wanted to make a lot always. Yeah. And we got in over our heads, and it would take a couple days, and people would have to freaking book off. Well, I shouldn't say that. Didn't book off. They took credit. And approved time off. I had to get an scramble to get some approved time off. Yeah. So there was very much a complication in the beginning. Oh my God, we put too much garlic. I could smell garlic laying in bed in my house because I just went, as my friend would say, you just put way too much garlic. He was going like this. Say, this is what you did. Putting all this garlic on there. So yeah, I was laying in bed, and I remember with Nicole at the time saying, "Oh my God, do we have to go through this every year now?" You know what I mean? Like it just like reeked the whole house this week, but it was a bad move. So just very little, very easy now.
That's awesome. That's cool. Yeah. And then does it last you for the whole year, essentially? Yeah.
Oh yeah, pretty much. And I like to share it. If you come and help me out with something, you're getting a salami to take with you or whatever. Yeah, that's your parting gift.
Yeah, you give some to your parents, I hope.
Oh yeah, I give some to my parents. They don't like any spice though. It's that generation there, something that just both of them like a little bit too much black pepper, and it's nope. Yeah, they like it, but it's I gotta watch which ones I give them. I gotta give them very mild ones.
Yeah. You spent
Yeah.
so many time with so many years with the Italians. I think you're one of us, buddy.
Oh my God, yeah, yeah, I know. It's good food. You got the food locked down, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
half of the food is perfect. The other half we have issues with.
Okay, yes, yeah, you're right from health, but as far as your taste buds go, yeah,
Tasting's
yeah,
great for sure.
yeah,
Um, but it's funny because every, back to food again, but every culture, right, has their staple foods, what they would call the staple foods, the starches, but really that's like foods of starvation, right? Or that'll just kind of get you by. But every
yeah.
culture also has their best food, right? Every Asian
Mhm.
culture, every European culture, every South American, all over the world, African culture, they have amazing dishes that all include meat. All of them include meat, right?
Yeah.
When you're having your biggest feast or you're having your most important meals, it would always include meat. So
Hmm.
yes, you can do it a vegetarian, and no shit on anybody for doing it, but I truly believe that optimal health comes from animal food, right? And the more
Yeah.
animal food you get, it becomes more optimal. That's what we're going for. We're not trying to just be excuse my language. We're not just trying to be mediocre. We want to not just live. We want to survive and thrive, right?
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
you're what, 87, 88 years old? You look pretty good.
Yeah. Thank you, Carlo. Yeah, you too.
But we're in our 40s, right? It
You told
matters
people we went to high school together, so you're giving away your own age
now.
too, there. Then.
But we're in our 40s, right? I
Yeah.
think we look pretty damn good.
Yeah.
But we also know people that are our age that are in terrible health. We know people that are,
Uh, People that aren't living. Yeah.
exactly,
Bad to
exactly,
say. Yeah.
perfect, right? And but we,
My
people
poor
that are
wife.
struggling,
Yeah.
and I feel like everybody, at some point, everybody looks for health. Right? Looks for a solution. Maybe not at the same time, of course, but at some point in their life they look for it. And I feel like this is like, this these little diamond, I guess, in the rough. Like I said, we kind of found these hacks. We found these things that can help people, but at the same time, we're swimming up against stream, right? Because
Mm.
every time I push something, or every time I suggest something, oftentimes I'll hear the counter argument. Well, too much meat is going to kill you. Too much this is bad for your cholesterol. That proves how that message has been, drummed down into us over the years.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
said but it's big government. The government's been doing that, and it's the government had, people, lobbyists giving big money to different groups and all that stuff, right? So it's all about money, from a government perspective, but from the grassroots perspective, and thankfully social media and things like that, guys like me and you can get out, right? It's just
Mm.
about eating what your grandparents ate and what your great grandparents ate.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Right?
drink hot water now because my grandmother used to drink all her water hot. I thought,
Really?
well, she lived to be 95 years old. And I remember doing that. I just remember as a kid, like never anything cold,
Yep.
just drink it hot. So I just, yeah, I like to sip on something at work too, and
Yeah.
sometimes it's chilly or whatever, so it warms you up. I don't know, it's just a good thing. I think it aids with digestion. I looked up online too. Seems to be all kinds of um, wonderful things it does for your body, aiding in digestion and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm drinking my water hot. Weird, eh? With
Yeah.
with a little dab of lemon in there too, just to the boop, boop. Yeah, just put a little lemon in. Yeah.
It's nice. Well, you balance out the
It's
feminine,
weird, eh? I don't know.
soft,
Sure.
strong, warm.
I don't know. Who knows, eh? Who
Let me
knew?
ask you something.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of the things I hear all the time, and I can definitely attest to, is that with this diet, with this way of eating, honestly, Scott, I feel like a man. I feel like a man. I feel like
Oh, manly
testosterone
diet, eh?
is running through my blood. I've not
Hmm.
that I'm aggressive by any means, or not that I'm confrontational or anything like that. Not that I'm saying that, but I feel like I'm more in touch with my masculine side, and it's weird because I never felt like I was not in touch with it. You know what I mean? But I feel like I'm more in touch with it now. Maybe it's because I have a better command of my body a little bit, better control of my body. But do you think this diet is doing that? I think it's bringing out the nature in us.
I never let it go, Carlo.
Okay, perfect example. Just hold on to it.
Yeah, your little bit of sugar's not going to take it away from me, bud. Sorry.
All right. Well, I had a lot of sugar then. That's my problem.
Yeah, no, everything clear. I think clear. So
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, I never really gave that too much thought, but I feel.
But what do you
I
think
work in
about,
a job where you gotta sometimes. You know what I mean? So.
what do you think about the
Yeah.
generation? What do you think about the people out there, the average population, where it's easy to say people are saying, oh, the generation is soft. This next generation is softer and softer. It's probably something to do with the food we're eating.
Yeah. Yeah, wait, for sure. Yeah, we're getting softer and softer and having to do less and less for ourselves.
Yeah.
And not even simulating it. You got to simulate at least. That's what we're all doing. My camping stuff is like I talk like I'm a tough guy, but I'm just simulating, and I'm right back to my cushy, house before you know it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can talk tough. It's just get out there and do it. Get out in the woods, man. Like if you live in the city, then find a place. There's parks everywhere. Get there and enjoy. Immerse yourself in it sometimes. Get cold sometimes.
Yeah.
Go out without the freaking jacket on and walk around until you're shivering and come in the house. Why not? Your body's designed for that. Don't get hypothermia, please. And then Carlo and I are to blame. You do that thing that you do now. Do you still do that on the podcast? The doctor thing now? Yes, thank you. I'm not either. I'm a jackass. That's what I am. But here I am, being a jackass for 42 years, and I think I'm doing okay. Yeah. I lost my wife a few years ago. I had to pull myself out of the dumps. I think I did a good job at that. Had to push a few people back. There's that's a funny experience too. That I'm sorry I had to do that. Well, just I don't know. Just I have to navigate this myself. And there was, sometimes when you go through a hard time, certain people hover around. I don't want to point any fingers at anybody, but you just have to like your way, and that might not be my way. That's all. So I just needed a little space. Yeah. Sometimes. And I'm just, I'm 42. I think naturally by 42. I noticed it with my own parents at their friend group. I'm going to go up there like this. Went from way wide in their younger years down to a little more narrow group. And I think it's kind of how I'm going. I'm a little more protective with my social time, and I don't want to socialize as much as I used to. I like to, but not as much. And I think, this pandemic has been, everything I've wanted to try out. I just wanted to take a break and be at home for a while, so I guess I'm getting a bit of that. It's okay. And it's not all bad. You go in the store, like I dressed up for everybody, and those friggin' annoying people that you don't want to talk to that much, that guy from high school, in your face, you can just motor right past them with your mask on now. There's some perks. Yeah. Maybe it's not good. I can't see people's smiling faces. I really miss that. It's nice to see your smiling face, buddy.
Good to see you too, buddy.
Are you I don't know. Did you ask me something, or did you just ramble?
You just ramble all day. I mean, it's just like
okay. Are we getting out a lot? Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah. We always got out. Snowshoes. I like that. I like when I'm out snowshoeing and I pass somebody 100 feet away that has a mask on. That always makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. Yeah. When I see that, you're being real intelligent wearing that mask out there. Snow blowing the driveway with a mask. If you're putting the mask on maybe to cover your face from the snow blowing back in your face, I get it. Yeah. But if you're trying to prevent COVID and you're the only person out on your street snow blowing your driveway, breathe in some fresh air, man. It's better for you. Yeah. There's no COVID in that snow. It froze it. It's gone. Like, yeah. Every time we get this thing in our bodies and we beat it up a little bit and kick it back out. And we are going to beat this thing. Yep. We better not go on forever, because we should be beating this thing, Pretty soon we're going to have to say, okay, it's enough, everybody. We're going to have to say, we might have to say as a society, okay, we're saying no more.
Yeah, I think we're seeing.
Might get to that.
I think we're starting to see a little bit as time goes on.
I hope they're being mindful of how hard they're pushing, right? Yeah. And for how long. Because I don't want to see collapse either. My God, I like it the way it is.
Yeah, no, we have a very good life. We're very lucky. Most of us have very good lives. But you're right. Like, early on, the crazy people, quote unquote, crazy people were saying, hey, we're going too far. The government's overreaching. Like, this is crazy. This is crazy. And, but the same people are saying the same message. And now a lot of people are saying, hey, how far can we go? Like it is too far, right? Or it's getting too far. It's had been too far in a lot of people's eyes. But at the same time, like I said, a lot of it doesn't affect somebody, but just because it doesn't affect me doesn't mean it's right. Right. Mm-hmm. Like I'm fine staying home all day for a year straight, going to the grocery store once a week. I can still walk outside. I can still do my exercise. I can still get sun. I mean, vitamin D is the most important thing for immune system and healthy blood sugar and all that stuff. But at the same time, it's really affecting a lot of people that have scheduled things that they go to, people that have groups, people that have clubs, people that have martial arts or, dancing and bridge groups or card groups. Like, it's really affecting these people. And it's hard to switch to 100% online. It's really hard for a lot of people, especially the older it is, the older they are, rather.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Like you and I, we can do the online thing, but it's harder for our parents, right? And majority of people are older than us, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it doesn't do it for them. No. Like, my parents are doing it, but that doesn't really do it for them. They want to see our faces. Yeah. It's I don't know. If this keeps going on, I'm thinking, like, what are they going to push on us? They'll push us on like, we have these home theaters in our houses now. Must be for a reason, right? Or is that a little foreshadowing? Maybe not. But we have these home theaters. We'll just wire up our home theaters to make it feel a little more personable, to make it like it'll actually, if we get this internet, like, it just at this very moment, it still doesn't feel as good as having you in the room with me.
Yeah.
Because we're old buds, you know what I mean? It feels way better when you're in the room with me.
Yeah. Oh, it'll never be that as good. It'll never be. You can never replace that.
Oh, but if you know, if they got it up on your TV and a really stellar camera, you got a good one, and the internet connection was better, and your room is wired up for surround sound, it might feel a little more like you're here.
Yeah.
I don't know, but still, it's not. It's still not going to be 100%. No, no, I'd rather be.
And the thing is, we need human connection, right?
Yeah, yeah,
We're human animal. We're
yeah,
animals
yeah.
that need connection. So this can't last forever. We're gonna at one point people are just gonna stop doing it.
The number of suicides and how that went up, I don't know if it's hard to find these numbers right now. They don't want to share them, right? But I imagine that would be quite alarming right
It's
now.
hard to find numbers on
So
all.
alarming.
It's hard to find numbers on all other causes of death
Yeah.
right now, apparently, which is
How about, have people died from the vaccine? I think I've heard that some people have died from the vaccine. So
yeah, I don't know.
if you share those numbers, you could probably, if you wanted to, word it in such a way and put it up on that pretty screen for us, and get us quite scared of that if you wanted to. But you want us to not be scared of that, right? So if you wanted to, you could. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, if
Yeah.
you have to see, if you kind of think, I mean, if you want to be conspiratorial, kind of thinking, what's in the interest of pushing fear, and you get control. When people are
Yeah.
afraid, you'll
Yeah.
do whatever you want, and then they'll also do whatever you want in order to make yourself money. Because the next thing that comes with everybody being afraid is saying, well, how do I relinquish this fear? How can I get out of this fear box? And the answer so far has been the vaccine, and I hate that answer because you have to be able to be healthy without this vaccine.
Yeah, I think we could have been, and that's why they like my suggestion. You know, keep your distance, wear your mask, wash your hands, and cook a nice meal for yourself.
Be
A
healthy.
good meal, a healthy meal. Yeah. Yeah. No more of this just eating stuff in a box. It's really, you know, like they could have pushed that a little better and get outside a bit, you know, and make sure you're giving people their space and stuff, but get out in the forest and in the trees and away from a bit of the hustle and bustle, and unravel your mind. You'll feel better.
Yeah.
You'll feel better when you go back and you got to sit in your house again some more. You're getting stir crazy. It'll make it better. You'll be more centered, more to that spot, that warm center that I like to talk about. You know, not too much in the future, not too much in the past.
Yeah.
Right there in the center and happy. Yeah, that's where you want to live, I think. And if you're gonna do all these things, you know, people are saying, oh, can't you just stay in? Our society, we were never built like for a few generations now. Well, quite a few generations, this is the way we want to live.
Yeah.
You know, we've decided that like consumer society is how we want to live, and all of our services are based off that economy. You're destroying it. So what's going to become of us if all of our services are gone? You have us specializing in all of our fields. You know, we're not just hunter gatherers running around the earth.
No.
There's not enough room on this earth anymore, I doubt, for us to be all hunter gatherers.
Well, there probably is. I don't know, but I think
you think? I don't know. Maybe
specialization thing. You're dead on
Yeah.
because we've specialized. Nobody's a jack of all trades anymore.
Yeah.
To be
Yeah. So now I know how to be a jail guard, and that's how I survive. Thank you.
Yep.
So you're going to make me sit in my house while because I'm essential service, I guess I get to continue to work. So
We're lucky.
Yeah, the pandemic hasn't affected me as much, right? I'm in a bit of a safety bubble because I actually get a little bit of socialization there too.
Yeah.
You know, so it is helping me. It's
You have a boyfriend there, right?
What's that? I have a boyfriend. Yeah. Yeah. And a drop in the soap stuff. Is that what we're getting at? Is that your little prison joke? It is?
Open, so
Yeah. You thought you'd say a little prison joke, didn't you? Cute. Yeah.
I've been waiting 30 years for this fucking joke.
What are you drinking?
Just some soda, water.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
You
You take the kids out and do stuff?
Yeah. We went out. We've been out like sledding and tobogganing a few times.
Yeah. Doing the old school stuff, eh? Back to the grassroots. Good for you. Yeah.
I'm thinking of getting a GT, one of those racers.
Yeah. There are those things. Yeah. We have one. Yeah, we got one. It looks like a Skidoo. It doesn't call GT anymore, but
you go pretty
still,
fast.
Yeah. I can't fit on it.
And
I refuse. No, too many broken bones. But
yeah,
the kids sure have. I live vicariously, so they seem to be having fun. I just doing my childhood again. That's it.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Take them around. I used to do this. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't get a manual. I didn't even want to read one. Just go do it. But because my parents gave me the manual.
Exactly. Well, the manual out today is scary because
Never mind. They gave me the manual.
Yeah.
I had an awesome life. So, you know, like let's just do that again.
Yeah. Exactly. So anything special? Anything we want to kind of leave with everybody? Some good advice?
Yeah. How much time are we up to now?
What's that?
How much time do we put in now? Did we blow the 1 hour mark?
No, probably about there. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I want to give you some good podcast here, buddy, because I haven't been around in a while.
Well, listen, tell me what else are you up to? Like, what's going to keep you on track? Or what's okay? You said earlier, sort of jump around, but you said earlier you want to get to your 199. Anything in particular you're going to do different, or is it just kind of just
Just
pounding
more of the same. No, not too much different. I don't think. Just more of the same. Yeah, you know what? I better put a little more exercise into it too. And I think I'd be ready to up it because my body should be used to the energy I'm been giving it, I think. And if I have to give it a little bit more fat, then I guess I can do that.
You plateau for a long time now, right?
Yeah, well, sort of plateau. I don't know if I'm going back up though, because it's been 10 pounds, but
That's nothing.
I know, but yeah, like I said, I don't want to let it be the 2-3 pounds a year now till I'm 60. And again, I'm right back to where I was. And now I'm older and just as heavy. That won't be good.
Yeah,
that's what we're trying to stay the heck away from. Yeah. So I got to have at least a line that I don't cross anymore. At 230 is my absolute. We're not going past that. But that sounds heavy. 230 sounds heavy to me.
Well, I mean, it's hard to tell, right? We each have our own individual. Because I'm 225, 230 right now, right? And some people would say, "Oh, that's not heavy," but that's heavy. So
I think it is. Yeah, I think it should be lower. Get to the lower end of what they say for the body mass.
Yeah. But like you said, how you're feeling is a big thing, right? So it's the biggest thing. How you're feeling.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel, yeah, like I'm saying, not as good as I did before. So I got to get back there. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to sail through next winter, not feeling any of that anxiety and stuff, if that's possible. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's just at this age, if you're prone to it, you get a bit of it, you know?
Now, what do you think? What do you think?
Things happen in my life. So yeah, so I had to deal with it. And maybe this is part of that too. Gotcha. Just have to deal.
What do you think, Scott, about carnivore? Are you going to dabble into that a bit? Are you interested?
Yeah, I have had carnivore days.
Yeah.
Definitely.
How about have you thought about for a month maybe?
Yeah, I've thought about giving that a month. I want to get back on track with keto first.
Okay.
And then go there. I think if I went straight for that, it'd be a bit too much and I might fail. Okay. So it's like Jordan Peterson says, this is set your bar realistically. Yeah. Like you can be a doctor, but you can't be a doctor tomorrow. Yes. You got to put the time and the effort in. So I don't want to go all the way in. I've seen so many people crash and burn with their efforts when they do that, when they go too far, too fast. Yeah. And I've done that myself. It's like, well, if that worked, then you do it 10 times more. It's not always the case, right? Yeah. Now, to be devil's advocate, you're already fully adapted already, right? So I don't think it's going to be hard for you to get back on track. Yeah. So maybe I don't have to give it as much time. Let's do a little keto, reassess. Maybe sooner than I would before, and try some. Yeah, but they're going to be. I have to plan again with the bone broth, fat, the high density organ meats. And, I'm excited for you to try to see what you like with it. Yeah. One of the things I liked about it so much, and what's keeping me on it really, is that as soon as I went to carnivore, it actually helped me stay away from sugar. It helped me be a better keto, actually. So I was like, fuck it, stay with carnivore. So let me know how you feel with it, because after a couple of days is one thing, but a month of it is another thing. And yeah, like you said, exactly, bone broth, making sure your electrolytes are high, making sure you're getting enough food in general, right? Because you won't be hungry oftentimes. That's a weird thing about carnivores. That people at the beginning, you're not hungry, so it's a kind of a mental thing. How did your energy levels feel? And are you doing this at the moment? I'm always carnivore now. Yeah. Yeah. I've been carnivore for basically almost 2 years now. How about a bit of cheating? Is that just realistic that it happens? Yeah, sometimes? So I'll be honest. It depends. If you're asking me, have I cheated? 100%. Yes, I've cheated. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. And then what happens then? Well, I just feel like shit. But it's not. My suggestion wouldn't be to cheat, never. But my suggestion, as far as our base, like what's our diet going to be? Definitely carnivore is my diet now. I find a direct relation to a cheat to a hard fast the following day. I wonder what you think. Should you give in and eat something? I like to carry my fasts from supper time, right till about 2:00 the next day. Yeah. And when I'm on track better and doing the keto and sticking with it and not cheating, then those fasts are simple. Yeah. Like it's effortless to get to the 2:00 and you just eat, and then you eat another meal around 6:00. And by then I'm not even, like, it doesn't even seem like I need that much then.
Yeah.
But if I do cave and get into some chocolate, chips, and stuff like that,
Yeah.
the following day that fast is to get to that
It's
two
brutal.
o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah, get anxious.
Well, you know why,
Uh,
right?
Tell me why.
Okay. So when you're eating clean, your blood sugar is just stable all day long, right?
Yeah.
You go to bed, you wake up, your blood sugar is the same. When you eat some chips or chocolate or whatever the treat is, blood sugar is going to spike. Your body's going to produce that insulin, right? You're going to go to sleep maybe. If your insulin still may be, or your sugar still may be high, or your insulin may be then high, when you wake up, you possibly then, or in the opposite, you're starving, right? Or it's, you don't have that stable keto kind of blood sugar, and then
Yeah.
you're gonna be starving. You just can't go as long. Yeah, for sure. And you're basically
Hey,
like almost mini diabetic, right? When you do that for a day.
so, oh yeah, yeah. So, in your opinion, now that it's the weekend,
Yeah,
got a little stupid, you
yeah,
know. Monday morning, it's a hard fast. Should I power through? Do you think to two
yeah,
o'clock, or should I maybe have a little bit of like I would still go keto at that point in time, not eat some sugar and be silly,
yeah.
but have should I have something that's rich in fats and
Yeah.
protein maybe? Yeah,
I think that.
meat or something.
Yeah, I think that first day
And
back.
instead of pushing till right through to 2 o'clock.
Yeah, I think that first day back, it's no problem. I mean, as long as you're eating clean, right? Eat some keto, eat something high fat or protein. But at the same time, there is a benefit of just barreling through it, right, and getting
I
to
wonder if
that
there's
point.
harm. I wonder if there's harm for barreling through
But that's
because
the
I
other thing
feel
I was gonna
anxious.
I was gonna
I
say.
get,
There may also be some harm depending on what you're doing. If you're working, if you don't have time, like you don't have, if you don't have the ability to not be at your best, is what I'm saying, right? So, but sometimes you do. If you have an office job, or if you're just sitting down for the day, or you can still have your mental faculties, but you just won't have maybe the physical energy. Um, so I see what you mean about
right.
it. There's a benefit of just doing that fast, just barreling through, because you get back on track faster. But it's just a little painful, right? A little bit more suffering.
Yeah. Yeah. And but suffering, like I said, exercise is simulated suffering
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
to some degree, right? And then it gives your brain once you take the suffering away again, you probably feel better because you're in that relaxed state now. You're like, oh, it's over, it's done. It's like I did it, you
Endorphins.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So now you're like, so that would be the same as maybe pushing it a little more without like just
Yeah.
like I say, get out in the cold a little bit.
Natural stressors. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Get out in the cold a bit, and if you're freezing cold, maybe you're not working hard enough when you're out there. Um, it's a good indicator that you're not. So get moving, get the body going.
Yeah.
Then you'll be warmer.
Yeah. Well, I can tell
Yeah.
you, man, from my experience, I worked all through December and January, walking outside, delivering the mail, and I wasn't cold.
No,
I was sweating
no.
my
As long
ass
as
off.
as long as you keep your skin out of the elements a little bit, and a little bit covered up, and that you're good. Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm reading this book. Do you remember Farmer Bob?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's got a book out.
Really?
Yeah, it's called Bushwhacker.
Awesome.
And it's really neat. We've been making some correlations to this health stuff with the stuff he says, and it's basically, that his life from a young man outside of high school was rough. Like it was, he worked hard. He worked up on the ACR, and
Okay.
he was a hard working man. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm sure them guys fell down in bed at night. And then he talks about the fire, and he's like, that's the place where you look in there and it passes the time, and where you find your contentment. I forget exactly how he worded it. A spiritual thing, like looking into the fire, and
Wow.
it gives your mind time to relax. And it's what people are saying now about not having as much screen time. You don't get that by looking at the TV or your phone,
Yeah.
but we're trying to simulate that a little bit. It's that bright light, and you're just trying to go.
Yeah.
You're just trying to just let go for a little while, and get away. And that's basically what the fire was, but the fire didn't suggest anything to you.
Hmm.
All it was suggested
Oh, that's good.
to you was what your own mind could come up with. Isn't that deep? Isn't that something?
That is deep.
So that's a little bit what we need. Put that TV away. Put your phone away for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just find things a little more natural that our forefathers would have done. Do something that our forefathers would have done once in a while.
Something hard.
Something hard. Yeah. Yeah. Just go sit outside and get cold. I'm not talking about I'm not talking about you got to go and submerge yourself in this lifestyle. Just go for a day or two. Go for a hike. Do an overnighter.
Well, just think what, like me and you right now, if you were next door, I'd call you over and say, let's go build a fire in our backyard, whatever, for the
Huh.
kids, right? You're out in the
Huh.
cold, you're building a fire, you're a little bit cold, there's a little bit of enjoyment. Nobody's realizing you're cold because you're roasting marshmallows, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
And that's what you mean, right? Just being in the
Yeah.
elements, and we're getting fresh air, we're getting vitamin D, we don't even realize it.
You hear what you said? Roast marshmallows. Why would you want to do that?
Roast hot dogs.
Hot dogs. Yes.
I almost caught myself there, but
Yeah. That marshmallow is not considered processed food though, but the hot dog is.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's good. Or all those cheese seeds and all these different alternative milks and all these different alternative grains. Yeah, that's okay. I know.
Yeah.
Natural food. Yeah, I had my buddy Rick Wechter on the other day, farmer from
Farmer, yeah.
Pastures, right? Same idea, saying he's on the carnivore diet now, and it makes complete sense to him as a farmer. He's like, you eat the food you raise, the animals you raise. He's best health of his life. What can you complain? It makes so sense. It makes so much sense. So simple.
And is he seeing the tons of benefits where he never would have thought?
Yeah, he's amazing. He's been doing the whole paleo thing anyway. But yeah, definitely with the carnivore.
There's a man that does hard work, I'm sure, right?
Absolutely.
So and he's still functioning quite well just off the fat for energy.
Well, he even said he's like, on a day where I'm not doing nothing, I'll have a steak. It'll last me all day. If a day where I'm doing a lot of work, I'll eat 2 or 3 steaks. No big deal. I'll still get to work as a farmer. You know what I mean? All day on 2 steaks. That's nothing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's
Well, like
incredible.
me, I can walk, I was telling you, 15 kilometers a day, 20 kilometers a day on 1 meal a day. Hey, you know what I mean? I carry mail too. It's not like I'm just walking, right?
Yeah. No, yeah, it's heavy.
It's heavy.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know, man. That book. So Farmer Bob, tell me more about what's it called?
Yeah, Bushwhacker, it's called.
Bushwhacker.
Give him a good shout out here, yeah.
Give him a shot. I should have him on the podcast.
Maybe.
I would totally. I'll hit him up. You know him?
Yeah.
Do you know him well or no?
No, his well, there's a family connection there. My uncle used to hang around him.
Okay.
So anyways, yeah. So maybe that would be a great one to have on.
Farmer
Yeah.
Bob Courier? No.
Yes, Jessica Courier's dad. Yeah.
Okay,
Remember Jessica Courier? Yeah.
I'll have my people reach out to him.
Name dropping all over here, but hopefully it pushes his book. Bushwhacker, it's called. I'm loving it. Yeah.
Why not? I love
Because
that.
I'm correlating it to like my own life, and it's like I do the camping thing. It's nothing like his life, let me tell you. If you read the book, you're gonna roll your eyes at me. I take a generator and I have a TV in my trailer. I'm not gonna try and fool you into like I'm some bushwhacker. I like my comforts. I like to sleep through the night. But there's something to there's a lot to what he's saying and how it's making your spirit feel a lot better, getting into those elements. And maybe if I took another page out of his playbook. Got a little bit closer into what he's doing and probably would feel yet better again. He talked about a guy that, he's a big city guy and he just bought property off him and he found him and he took him up to this property and sold it to him. And the guy lived there for 25 years and he put all that city stuff behind him.
Wow.
And he said he never felt better for them 25 years, little isolated, a little bit, but that was his best years of living. He said, yeah. And then he passed away around the turn of the century.
Okay.
This guy, he said, but that was his best 25 years. He said was living up there on his own with his dog, a couple different dogs, I guess. He went through for 25 years. Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it means like living outside, living in nature. Like I was showing you. I don't know if I was telling you, but we tapped a maple tree in the backyard.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, I was kind of a little bit flabbergasted by that because there's a lot of sugar in that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's for the kids, right? And my idea is that if I can do it homemade and if I can do it in a natural way, but there's supposed to be a lot of vitamins and minerals in it as well too. So maybe if I can use it as some kind of a tincture, like a vitamin, who knows?
Yeah, extract the sugar.
It tastes amazing.
Throw it away. Yeah, it does taste good. Have you boiled it down to make syrup, or not enough? Eh?
No, not yet.
You would have like a cup full, or not even like a thimble full if you boiled down like. I think it's like 5 to 1 or 10 to 1. I think it's 10 to 1.
I think it might be 10 to 1. Yeah, it's going to take a while, so we'll see.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll give it a few days. Give it a week. We'll see what comes from it. I'll send you some.
Yeah. You've been doing anything else in the backyard?
That's it. No, it's just covered in snow. I can't even see the pool. There's so much snow.
I meant when there was no snow. Did you do anything else? Did you have anything growing back there?
No. Yeah, I had 2 plants this year.
Yeah.
Did you?
How'd they turn out? What's up?
Did you have any?
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, shit. I'm not a fucking farmer, dude. I'm not a farmer.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. It's not bad, I guess.
It's like, yeah.
Price is right.
Here's my predicament, right?
Yeah.
I like it, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like it, and I like it so much that I'm not willing to just put up with terrible, terrible, shitty weed.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you really danced around it there. Um, what I was gonna say too, um, is I don't know. I guess it was fun. Let's
Yeah,
just leave it at that. It was
it's
fun to
good.
do, fun to try.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I was just made my throat sore more than anything.
Growing your own or smoking your own?
Smoking my own, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
We'll
think
see.
it's
It was
better
good.
off to stick with salami and sausages and
Yeah, it's more beneficial.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Mhm. Hey, but that month that you went without, how did that go?
Pretty good. It was like it was challenging, right? It's hard, but at the same time, wasn't after a couple of days really. It's not that hard, but the first couple of days was kind of hard. It was
You
good.
slept okay?
First couple of days not so well. No,
No.
no. I mean, I slept still. I gotta say, I'm really lucky. Like I'm a really naturally good sleeper, right? I'll sleep like 8 hours, no problem. So I slept, maybe 6 hours, so a little bit less, but still pretty good. Maybe it took me a little bit longer to get sleep.
Yeah.
But
I'd have a
yeah,
hard time falling asleep now. Yeah.
yeah. Why are you off now? You don't do it?
No, no, no. Yeah, a bedtime.
Yeah,
Still, yeah, and dabble here and there, right?
yeah,
It knocks the anxiety out, and even that backyard stuff would do that.
yeah,
Then you're still, I don't know, you're not out of the game. You can still function.
yeah,
I want to be able to function. I want to use this stuff as a medicine, not as a recreational
yeah.
drug. Really, is what I mean. Like they say, there's no recreational users. I should get back to that. Like I used to really not appreciate it at all. I just thought, they don't need to legalize this thing. But it's so much more than alcohol could ever be.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a
Um,
lot of benefits
I
to it,
don't
right?
know. Yeah, but you can't treat it like it's coffee either. I've heard it compared to coffee,
Yeah,
and it's got to be respected more than that, man. It's powerful still.
you're right.
And
I
I
honestly
don't
think
know if it could take your life away like alcohol does to people. I don't know any stories about that, but we're early into it being legalized. People didn't talk about it as
yeah,
much, right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm sure there are people that go in too deep, right? Just like
There
anything
are
else. But
definitely
yeah,
there
but
has to be.
if there's no dysfunction, then
What is that?
yeah, what does that mean? Like we drink coffee because it is a drug. We utilize it. We alter our state of mind somewhat.
Yeah,
But it doesn't really cause a lot of dysfunction, so we're okay. I mean, they still sell the ones that cause dysfunction, though. They sell alcohol and they sell tobacco. Those cause a fair deal.
yeah,
Um, so yeah, just that's my comment on it. I don't just
yeah.
wonder what you think too. Like I think it's needs to be respected and it can help. And I
Exactly.
wonder what the indicators would be if it's not help. I guess the only thing is if there's some dysfunction in your life, then right,
Yeah,
people are telling you and coming to you and saying that's enough. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I don't want to be around you now because you too
yeah.
much. That's what you would
Exactly.
say to an alcoholic, right, or a drug addict.
Yeah. I think there's probably two sides to it. I think one side of it is definitely it's a medicine like everything else, right? Or like other drugs, it could be used responsibly, could be used not, and it could be addictive as well. I think the other thing is that like almost anything can be addictive. So, you know, not almost anything, but literally anything can be addictive. You know, our relationship with coffee for a lot of people is healthy. For some people, it's really not. You know, for alcohol and cigarettes, it's healthy. Some people, it's not. But you're right. As time goes on, I mean, I'll even admit, I didn't think, if you would ask me 10, 15 years ago, is there anything wrong with marijuana? Nope, you should legalize it. It's 100% safe. It's just like water. Of course, now I learn, you know, like everybody else, you get older, you realize more. It's other things. You have to be in balance in life. It could ruin your life because I think cheeseburgers can ruin your life. Right? Anything could ruin your life if you let it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think coffee probably can ruin some people's lives, or sugar certainly ruins people's lives. Literally, you know, factually, their bodily, but also their minds and maybe their lives too. So marijuana, yeah, like you said, I mean, there's going to be we're going to find a balance. I think everybody's balance is individual as well, right? My balance for alcohol is a little bit different than your balance. My balance for marijuana is definitely different than some other people's balance for marijuana. It's almost like your tolerance, right? Tolerance for sugar as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, tolerance for it's funny. My tolerance for caffeine is a lot lower now. If I have 2 cups of coffee, I'm done for the. I'm not. You have to lock me down, strap me down or something.
Anxious? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm finding that too. I'm dialing my coffee intake back.
Yep.
Yeah,
Losing a lot of weight did it, but also I think the whole carnivore thing, just taking carbohydrates out of my system.
yeah.
I think caffeine dehydrates you a lot, right? and I don't have a lot. I'm not carrying a lot of water on me as much anymore, so I think I get dehydrated very quickly with coffee. In fact, that's why I actually add salt to everything. One of the things I wanted to tell you about: the longer I go to carnivore, the more I add salt on all my food, but even in my drinks, coffee,
Yeah.
salt, my coffee.
You've mentioned before in your podcast, I've heard you say that that the most dangerous thing though is having high sugar, high fat.
Together.
Yeah. How do you make sure if like myself now I'm doing exactly that. When I'm doing dirty keto, it's like kind of like high sugar, high fat.
But when you're doing dirty keto, you don't eat your meals dirty keto. You're
No.
cheating dirty keto.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's not even keto then if it's high sugar and high fat. If it's high sugar, it's not keto.
No, it's really not keto, I guess.
So what you're saying is that your diet is keto, but once in a while you're cheating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not dirty keto.
For 6 months I was every day cheating though.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
But what dirty keto is, it's a delusion. Dirty keto is when people think they're doing a keto diet, but they're doing it with artificially. That's dirty keto.
Oh, I see. No, I thought dirty keto was more okay.
Yours lax keto.
Lax keto, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Schooled me again.
But you're right. Like, and high fat, high sugar is the worst. That's a standard American diet.
Okay, but I guess I wouldn't be quite high sugar.
No, if you're doing keto and high fat, but you're cheating once in a while, still
and eating a few pieces of chocolate and stuff. Yeah,
that's not.
Here's what I do: I go in the kitchen, at night, everybody's in bed, and then I go out there and I get the peanut butter jar comes out, the bags of chips come out, the dip. Everything comes out. It's crazy.
It's just you and the bag of chips late at night.
It's like your chum said. You had that fellow on there. I loved what he said. He's like, okay, if you brought a case of beer up into the kitchen and went bananas on that case of beer, like I went bananas on all that peanut butter and chips and dip and everything, like, oh my God, you're a terrible alcoholic.
Yeah.
What the hell are you doing at 10 o'clock? You go crazy and drink 3/4 of a case of beer? Mm-hmm. No, there's something wrong with you. You need to get help. But food, it's like nobody. You got a little.
Oh, you got a sweet tooth. Look at you.
Yeah, yeah, it's funny. It's almost encouraged. That was tantalizing what you did there. That encouraged it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it was and it was like, oh, he's just it's just a little thing before bed, but at bed every single night.
You're always flirting with me, Carlo.
I am, boss, because it's my nature.
Yeah.
But you're right. It's like that's how easy it is to do have a little cheat at night, right? So yeah, no, high fat, high sugar is the worst thing to do. But also just your cheats. I'm not gonna tell you not to cheat because as well as anybody not to cheat. It's just. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is what it is. To help with people that when they're getting cravings, like I always say the same thing: have salt, have some fat. It'll keep you satisfied. Have protein. When I was dabbling with keto early on, I want to talk to you about this, dude. A lot of people were kind of afraid of meat, or not afraid, but they were afraid of their protein levels being too high. They would always say keto means high fat, moderate protein, low carb. I've learned over the years that you can just basically ignore the amount of protein you're eating. Not ignore as far as you don't need it, but don't worry about the upper limit of protein because protein is very self-regulating that way. So that's one of the things I wanted to kind of touch on too, and which gets me easier over to the kind of the carnivore diet, right? Because I'm not always in ketosis. If I eat a big meal of 2 pounds of meat, which I don't really eat 2 pounds of meat anymore in one sitting, but if I did, I may not even be in ketosis after that, but I may be in ketosis, right? But when I'm not eating, I'm going to be in ketosis for the rest of the day. So carnivore diet is technically a keto diet, but it's keeping it so simple. And dude, this is what I'm saying. Like, I feel so, I laugh sometimes at myself because I'm like, what's your diet? Meat and salt. And everybody's going crazy with all these complex things and they're measuring this and they're putting how many meals a day? Really? Like, I don't know. I mean, I feel like I've gone maybe full circle now where some people say, just eat whatever you want. Okay, as long as you eat salt and meat, eat whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like I include seafood, it includes fish, every bird, everything that swims.
Oh yeah. You can find all kinds of things and nice recipes, nice spices and things that you can put in there and totally satisfy yourself instead of going for that dumb bag of chips. Only going for that bag of chips because it's convenient. Oh, it takes maybe a little more effort to get the frying pan out and some bacon grease you save for yourself. It takes a little more effort, but not that much. Really, not that much. There's so many times I've said this is like the people that just go right for the fast food to McDonald's. And I don't want to throw stones because I do it once in a while too, but keep it once in a while. Yeah. I said, you just go in there all the time. Like there's a lot of healthy meals you can, in the time it takes to go get in your car, drive to the drive-through, sit in the drive-through, go all the way through and put up with all that crap and get your card out and people that screwing up your order and pissing you off, right? All that stuff going on.
You're pissed off.
Yeah, your blood sugar's going low by the time you're getting it into you, right? So yeah, I said you could have made yourself a meal, had it all ate and cleaned up and put away in the same amount of time.
Yeah,
a healthy one. Way to go. Figure it out, man. Like there's YouTube now too.
Yeah.
Figure out how to make a healthy meal. I'm saying wear the mask, social distance, do your part, stay safe, and cook something for yourself that's healthy.
Yeah.
But
cook something that was alive at one point.
Yeah, exactly. That resembled food. Just the stuff you're shoveling in your face there is not food. McDonald's is not food. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They got meat. Just get the meat then.
Yeah.
Why you gotta have it all wrapped up in all that other jazz? You don't need that. Exactly. Yes, yeah. So, what do you think? How'd we do?
We did good.
Never gonna let me go? Oh God! Like Saturday, look, it's beautiful outside.
I can keep you on all day, buddy. What do you want to talk about? Let's talk more. How are we gonna fix the world?
I think we did. A little at a time.
We did it. We fixed the world.
Well, if they listen to us, yeah.
They haven't been fucking listening for 3 years. They haven't listened.
They don't listen to shit. They don't want to hear it.
This is why I'm not fucking monetized, because I swear.
We might as well just be assholes, because nobody's listening anyways, I guess. They're just going to freaking, if they tune in, just going to go right back to their old ways.
This is a good question.
I thought it would reach, like, really inspire.
I know.
Maybe it has. How many people do you think you actually inspired? Do you have a kind of a running tally or anything in your head?
Let's talk about that. I've had literally between 50 to 100 people. I don't have an exact number, but scores of people have come and talked to me, right? They say, hey, I've done this or I've done that. This worked for me. But one of the things I have a question for you, and I don't know if you can answer this, but nobody fucking asks for help. What is it? Like when I say nobody, I mean a handful of people, right? Maybe a dozen people message me once in a while, which is great. But for all the people that I know that are complaining about their lives, because I see it every single day I see thousands of posts on day, right? People are complaining about their lives. They don't like themselves. They don't like this, I hate myself, So what do they do?
Do a push-up. I don't know. What are they doing? What are they doing?
Nothing.
Oh, what do they do?
They're just complaining.
They think they know.
But how? If they're still having, if they don't have if you haven't found a solution, how is your solution working?
It's probably like when you're an alcoholic or a drug addict, you can't see the forest for the trees. You don't even realize that you're as unhealthy as you are.
I guess.
I think it's hard. Yeah, no, it's very hard to break through. You're finding that. But if you've had 50 to 100 people, I'm still on board. That's pretty darn good. That's like, that makes me happy that you can reach that many people. Like, that's good.
Way more than that. No, I'm not saying that's so many people.
I just want to help people. Like, if we're not helping people, we might as well just fucking swear and be assholes on here then.
Oh, no, we're helping.
Maybe someone will tune in.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay, good.
I really do think we're helping like thousands of people.
Good.
But it's funny, what I'm finding is that like not a lot of people, I guess I would just expect more people for looking for help. But when I was looking for help, I guess I was just searching, right? I wasn't asking my friends. I was just searching on my own.
Yeah.
Some people also, I think, are very kind of resistant to someone saying, hey, look what I'm doing. I wonder if, I don't know, what is it? Do they think
ego, pride? I don't know. What would get in the way?
I guess maybe someone might come across that I'm trying to
just try it. Like, try it. I don't understand how somebody can be obese all their life. And then I'll mention keto and how successful it was for me. Why don't they just go try it for a month and see where they get? I know. That's the thing. What do we got to do? Where is that tagline or that one catchy phrase we're going to use that's going to grab them? There's one for you. There's one for me. There's one for everybody else. I guess we just got to keep spitting it. Get up here and say it. I guess keep saying it.
Well, and I think they have to know that we're with them. Like, don't worry, you're gonna fuck up.
Oh yeah, that's the thing too. Yeah, we're not. Sometimes I talk like fuck this, and you get on, just smarten up. Yeah. But the thing is I don't think. No, I'm not throwing stones here, man. I'll sit there and cry with you. I see you walk by and you're overweight, man. I feel for you, man. I wish you would listen.
Yeah.
I wish you would just listen. Get off the sugar.
Yeah.
Like, I feel pity. Like, you don't want to be like this.
Tell them, Scottie. Like, tell them get a hold of us.
Email us. Sure. Reach out. Facebook.
Yep. Okay.
a break from that whole social media stuff for a while.
Yeah.
But as far as that goes, yeah, no, I totally understand. Like, you're hungry all the damn time.
Yeah.
It's actually one thing that you're eating that's doing this to you.
Yeah.
One thing.
Yeah.
It's all it is. And when you remove that, you're gonna feel amazing afterwards.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be thin like everybody else. You thought you just reduced yourself. Like, I'll never be thin, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'll just have to put up with not feeling good about myself, not exactly happy, I guess. I don't know. It's the card I was dealt.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's not the case. You got this one. You can do it. Remove sugar. You'll be lean and mean and feeling better about yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I want to be right there with you.
Yeah.
I don't want to get you there, but at the same time, don't feel bad. In the meantime, you're just hungry. You're just doing what your body's telling you to do. Feed me. That's all.
Exactly.
Right?
You can't
Perpetual.
fight. Yeah.
No, you're really hungry. I couldn't fight it. That's what was getting me upset and depressed. Is like I can't find anything. Like, you want me to eat less? Like, okay, I can't though. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
You want me to exercise more? Okay, well, now I'm hungry.
Yeah.
You know, I'm tearing the cupboards apart. I'm shaky.
Yeah.
Tell me what to do now. Well, you got to get your blood sugar under control. You're eating way too much sugar. I had to figure that out on my own. From my friend Carlo told me. Now, I've been to doctors and everything too, like you were.
Yeah.
My jackass buddy. All this time, who knew? He was the one that was going to crack the code. You know? Yeah. He found it out there online. It was already out there, right?
Yeah.
So, but found it.
Yeah.
And then, it took you probably another 5 or 6 years to you had me convinced early on.
Yeah.
Earlier, like, I think we went through a little period where I was like, there was breadcrumbs in that, you know what I mean? Whatever.
Yeah.
But we quickly got to the spot where I'm like, oh no, yeah, Carlo, I think he's right. And then I don't know if I communicated that to you, but we started trying our dabbling in it, and it was like, oh, this does feel pretty good. There's something here,
Yeah.
So that's basically the walk for
Yeah.
me. Yeah, and it's like I went to doctors, went to everybody. They said eat more oats and cereal in the morning, so I did, and then I was more hungry. I was into my lunch at 10 o'clock, and then I was eating another lunch, and then a snack before supper, and then a snack after supper, and then I was fat as fuck. You know what I mean? And I don't want to be that, because I listen to you people. I listen to the doctors. I listen to them. I listened to the Canada Food Guide. And I was hungry. So it's not your fault. You're trying. I'm sure you're trying. Everybody has knowledge about diet these days, and everybody's an expert, but you got to just get on the right train, and then for your body. And for me, it was keto. Maybe some people it's something different, a little bit. I think you should eliminate and find out what it is that triggers you. And I'm going to put all my money in my bank account on it that it's sugar.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. So quit your crap. Quit dancing around it. Quit thinking, oh, that's just a bacon diet. You're just eating way too much bacon. It's not. It's not what it is. Yeah. It's meat and vegetables. And that filler food that was designed to feed the masses shouldn't fill up the big portion of your plate. We don't live like that anymore. We're not peasants. We're not peons. We're middle class, and you can buy what you want to eat. Go fill your boots. Yeah. What do you think, man?
I think that's fucking beautiful, Scottie.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Like that.
You good points, man. Like it's
crazy old Scottie.
To get all kumbaya for a second, it does take a village. We are a community. Yeah. We're all in this together. Hey, I was 330 fucking pounds. My belly, I couldn't even see my dick. Excuse my language.
Fuck your language. Your language is just fine. You couldn't see your dick. You couldn't. Neither could I. Yeah.
I don't want to show you now, but I'm doing pretty good right now. But that's the thing, right? It's I tried every diet. You know me, I tried every diet.
Yeah.
Every person that's overweight usually has tried every single diet until they find the one that works. But and feeling better at 42. Are we 43? I said 43, but we're not.
No, not 43.
Okay, 42. Feeling better at 42 than I did when I was 18 and 19, and I was supposed to be some sort of an athlete in my mind. That is
in some ways, yeah. There's some things though. Yeah, there's a few things.
What do you mean, a few things?
Remind you that you're 42. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'll party like a rock star till about 9:30, chum, and then I'm going to bed. Forget it. I think I said that one before.
Yeah.
You're making me repeat myself.
No, that's okay. You're fine.
Yeah. Maybe they didn't tune into that one. Yeah.
But you're right. I mean, it's I mean, we have limitations, of course, right? But I'm feeling better than I have in decades, and I know people, like you said, when we said earlier on the show, who are much better, worse shape than us, and it's a blessing that I'm blessed. Really, I am. But it's not a fluke. It's not a fluke, and this is the message that we need to share, right? You find
It's
something
really not.
you
It's not
find
just a
something
hack.
valuable, you have to share
It's
it.
not like you call it a hack. Like it's a hack. It feels like a hack,
It feels like a
but
hack.
it feels like a hack. It's just the way you should eat. It shldn't have been hard.
Yeah, it's the
It
truth.
shouldn't have been hard. We all should just maintain our body weight. It shouldn't be hard. Seagulls don't have a hard time maintaining their body weight.
They
You never see a fat seagull
eat
too
their
often, right?
appropriate diet.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
So get it in your heads. Yeah. Figure out what it is for you and eat what you're supposed to eat. Yeah. Sugar. Say bye-bye. Nobody should be eating that crap.
Awesome. And that's going to get us through COVID, right? I think it's going to get us through life.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep. Get healthy. We'll get through COVID. Yeah. Exactly.
All right, buddy. Any parting words for all 4 of our listeners?
That wasn't enough. Starting and parting. Oh my God. It's enough. Let me go.
One more parting word. I need something.
You want
It's been a
something?
year since
You're
I talked.
searching for that cliche, eh? Like the one that just gonna grab people.
So
and just-
profound. You're so profound that I need to get that little morsel.
Yeah, you're gonna push me a little bit more, eh? Push me a little bit further. Just squeeze it out of me.
About equal gender rights and all that.
Oh God, yeah. Okay, let's not do that.
I love you, buddy.
I'm gonna shoot myself in the foot if you make me do that.
You know I love you.
Yeah, I could tell. Yeah, yeah. I love you too, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you again for sharing your wisdom. But thanks for just coming on, my friend. Thanks for laughs.
Just more fun. Let's make it about fun from now on. Just laughing and being silly and not taking it too seriously.
I'm gonna do some videos.
If I said something dumb, I'm sorry. I'm already sorry.
It's okay. Don't be sorry.
Don't cancel us.
Try and cancel me. My mom will never stop watching me.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, buddy.
Okay.
Thanks, man. I love you.
Love you too, buddy.
Peace.
Take
Don't
care.
forget, if anybody has any ideas, anybody has any questions, they need to email us. fatsoradio@gmail.com.
If you don't agree with us, get your ass on here and let's talk about it. Let's argue.
Let's do it.
Let's fight it out. That'd be fun. Yeah.
Love you.
Boom. You get one of those. Yeah.
All right, buddy. Peace.
Okay. Love you, man.
Love you. Let's say bye to everybody. And we'll say thanks for listening. Say thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Bye-bye.